See that far? It's our Fox Wilmington bump shot as we get ready for a Thursday edition, which means we set aside some time to talk to members of the medical community. Joining us this morning, Aaron Kasulis, the battalion chief for New Hanover Regional Medical Center's EMS unit, here to talk this morning. As we get back to high school and back to the college, it also means not just studying, but also the athletes back in the various fields. Right. And just kind of talking about sports injuries and how they kind of run the gambit. It's not just football these days. Soccer injuries, you can do baseball injuries, and it just seems like more and more as the kids themselves get bigger and stronger, the injuries are more prevalent.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Bob. And the injuries we see that the athletic trainers and the paramedics see in these young athletes are spinal injuries, including the back, neck, and head.
I know yesterday there was a lawsuit filed by several institutions and parents geared towards soccer, because we're seeing more and more concussions in that sport. How prevalent are these things that you're seeing kids high school age, maybe even younger, coming in nowadays?
Well, they are more prevalent. However, they're manageable. The safety of the gear, knowing the gear, the appropriate gear, and listen to the coaches and follow their instructions on how to have safe practice and techniques. For example, tackling.
And we're going to kind of focus on this before a later broadcast, but I want to mention that you're now partnering with the county high schools where staff will be on site each and every Friday night to help if there is the case of a serious injury, that you can provide much needed assistance a lot faster now.
You're correct. On Friday nights, we're going to be out with all the area high school home football games. We're going to be in partnership with all the athletic trainers with all the New Hanover high schools. And it's a great partnership, and bottom line, we're there to keep the children safe.
When an injury like this occurs on a sports field, or even if it happens at home, how imperative is it to get that medical attention as soon as possible?
The sooner the better, obviously. The sooner we can recognize and diagnose a concussion, if you will, the quicker we can have that athlete rest, and therefore the recovery is shorter, and we get them back out on the playing field.
And I know, having done sports so many years of my broadcast career, I know it is something that parents, athletic directors, coaches are really coming together, trying to come up with ways, because concussions are in headlines everywhere, really trying to nip this thing in the bud right now.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's one reason we're put on board here on Friday nights this year, and we're hoping we're going to continue this from here on after.
It's a good program. Aaron and I are going to talk more about this after the broadcast. We'll kind of bring you that feature and more in depth on a later broadcast. But for now, I appreciate the time this morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for coming in again. And what you got with the weather?